Hi everyone, it's Mish here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by, and if you are returning, one of my crafty friends and kindred spirits, I thank you so much for being here with me today. I thought I would do another couple pages in my Christmas journal. So it's getting on to December. This is the I'm doing this on the 24th, on the Sunday, and I'm thinking that it'll go out this week. I did a couple today. So I want to do my next page. I don't want to do the center, and I think I'll either do there or there. I think I'll do this here. So I'm going to start and do a double library pocket on this side. So I already have one that I've already created. So I'm just going to walk you through doing a second one. So with this one here, it's going to look like this. And I thought that I would have, two. So the lighting doesn't look very good in here. I'm not sure why. But you're going to need, to do your library pocket, you're going to need a piece of paper. However wide your library card is. Now I made some library cards, and my library cards are 3 inches, I believe. Just under 3 inches. So my piece of paper is 4 inches because I'm going to have a 1/2 inch on each side as a score. So it's 4 wide by 8 long. Okay, and then you're going to score at 1/2 and 3.5, and that's going to give you this score 1/2 inch on each side. Then fold or score at, this one here is about 4.5. So then it would be folding it here. And then you want to crease that well. Okay, so then we'll fold down our sides here. These are really easy to do. Okay, so then you want the small side, this side, as your front panel here. So you want to keep these tabs on this side. So we're going to cut out the rest of them. So you're just going to, on your short side, make a little angle cut just up to the score line. And then you're just going to cut out that tab from each side. Okay, and then just the same on this side. And I'm just going to cut out that tab. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of glue, and I'm going to glue my tabs whichever way I want my pocket. And I think I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to do mine this way. Okay, before you glue it down though, you want to take, well, you don't have to, but I want to round my corners. So I'm just rounding those corners, and I'm going to cut out this notch here. So I need a 3-inch circle punch because I want to have this little notch from side to side, and it's 3 inches across, so I need roughly a 3-inch circle. So I just kind of drew it on there, and then just so that they relatively match, I'm just going to draw it on this one. So you can just hand draw it or cut it out with a smaller smaller circle, or trace a lid or something. And then I'm just going to go I'm not going to go all the way over to the tab sides, just here. Okay, and then I'm going to angle my tabs down like so. So that's what it's going to look like. You're just going to have angle and angle, and a little half circle from side to side. Okay, and then that's your pocket, right? And I'm thinking that I do like this, I think. Or do I like this? I think I like this better. Okay, so I'm going to glue down my flaps. Just a little bit. This is just Elmer's Glue All. It's cheap and cheerful and it has a good hold. There's not as much water in this as the school glue for those of you who are new to my channel. Okay. And so I'm just going to let that sit, and then we'll do this one. It's been a lazy Sunday here today so far. I was up early, went out, got gas, got some gas. And Chester, he's been sleeping all day in the window, in the living room window. Okay, so then I'm going to, I want that about like that, I think. So I'm going to glue these together, and then I'm going to do that. So that there's a bigger pocket in behind there as well. I could have that as a tuck spot if I wanted. So this one here, I just want to get some glue on this. Okay, and then that's just going to put that relatively straight on here. Oh, my stomach's growling. Okay, so I think that's kind of straightish. There, I'm kind of going over to the edge of the page and that edge of the page. So I think that's pretty straight. Okay, and then I'm just going to go around the outside with the glue. So then when it gets to here, I'm just going to go down to the outside here and up. I am just going to put a little extra glue just under there though. I don't want it to seep out because I might want to put something on each side. I'm not sure. I'm just going to put a little bit more glue there. Okay, so then I'm going to put that around there. All right, so then I just press that down. So essentially we just have glue here and here. So I could put a little tag there, or I'm not sure yet, but it's nice to have some options. And it doesn't affect the integrity because we're only going to put some of these library cards. So I just made some of these library cards on my computer, and then I just hand wrote a couple of the books on there, and then I took my date thing and I just stamped a bunch of dates and drew some names there. But you could also do that with a ruler. So just make a couple lines, say 3 lines, and you have your author, your title, and then just a line going down with your date that it's due and your borrower's name. You could just do that with a black pen, a black marker. But I thought I would decorate that a little bit because I am going to use the back as a journal card. So, and I don't care if I cover up some of this stuff. I'm thinking that maybe on the Little Women I'm going to put this little die cut that I fussy cut out the other day. Just a little something festive-y. And then maybe on this one I pulled out just a couple little things. I'm thinking maybe do the Joy o' Noel, maybe. It covers the names, but again, I don't really, I'm not bothered by that. Or that, that's kind of nice. Because I'm really not going to be writing on the front of it, so. And I was gonna cut off a little bit of the bottom. So I thought that it might have been just a bit too long. Actually, I could probably take that up and move it a little bit. There we go. I'd like to cut just a bit of that off the bottom. Right to there, I guess. So the last video that I was doing, one of the last ones, I think I commented that I have Feliz Navidad stuck in my head. Well, it's still stuck in my head. And I have the radio on. I don't think I forgot to turn it off. It's out in the kitchen, but it's on just really low. So I'm hoping that you can't hear it. But it just came on the radio. Yeah, see, I kind of like that height the best because then you can see kind of in the background. So I just want to cut this one off before I... Okay, so then I'm thinking maybe I like that one the best. So I'm just going to put that down. Oop. And you could round your corners if you want on these, but True Library, whatever these are called, it's not library card, but your borrower's card, I guess, wouldn't be rounded. It would still have square along the top. But then I just like to doodle sometimes, so I'm just going to get this is a 0.3, and just do some faux stitching or something. Always just makes it look a bit cuter when you take it out. I also have a stamp that I could stamp some lines or something, but as I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use it for right now, if it's going to be journaling or putting a little picture or something there. I was over at Costco the other day, and when I walked in, I saw, and I almost bought it, but I don't have any room for stuff, but it was a ceramic Christmas tree with the little lights, the little plastic lights that go in the little holes, and then there's a light inside it that illuminates the Christmas bulbs. My mother made one of those trees way back, I'd say in the early 80s maybe. My brother has that tree, which I'm so happy that he has it. But when I walked in, I just saw that tree and I was taken right back in time to, I could even see where she would have put it and stuff. So that was a little stroll down memory lane. Okay, so I want to decorate the front of that, and I picked out of my cards, I have this little one that says H is for Holly. Then there's Holly Jolly and Holly and Jolly. And I'm not sure which one. I was leaning towards this one. But there's a lot of white in that one, and I don't really think, in the end, I don't really think I like that one. Kind of liking that one. Holly and Jolly. I think I'll just put that one there. And I think I'm going to make this a little corner tuck. So I'm only going to put glue on the left side, which would be your right hand side and the bottom. And then I'm just going to get that in the middle, because I could then, I don't want to put that in there, but I could put another little ticket or something in there for later. So, oops, that moved. Okay, I might come back. Actually, I'll do that now. I was going to say I might come back to this, but I want to put some little gems or something. I was thinking about putting some Nouveau drops, so a couple little red drops on the side, but I'd have to do that after because invariably my hand's gonna go through it. So we've got those. We have some enamel dots. The other hack, I've said this before, but I'll probably say it a million times again, is that you can always color if you don't have the color of a dot that you want, you can always color them. So this is an alcohol marker, and these are just from the dollar store, the little rivets that they have. And I actually think I'm going to use some of these because I think that would stand out nicely. So I'm just going to color some and just give it a minute to dry. I can touch it up after. And you can do that with like the little pearls. So those little pearls would look good there too. And I just went and colored a couple of those in red. Oh, I already had a whole bunch I colored. Oh well, I'll use those ones. Okay, so I'm just going to let those dry. And then on this side, I thought to put a belly band. So I have the belly band cut out. This is about an inch thick. And I want it to go right over to the edge of my page. And I want it up about, okay, we cut out there. But I was saying I'm going to put a little belly band, or it's more like a tuck. I don't know. We'll call it a belly band. You'll see where I'm getting at in a minute. And then I want to put another little pocket on. And I'm okay that they match. Otherwise, I could just use the back side. But I like the little reindeer, so we're gonna keep him. But what we're gonna tuck there is this little notebook that we're gonna make. So I have a piece of paper here, and that should work. It is 4 inches by 8 inches. No, 12. It's 4 by 12. I've scored it at 6, so in half, and then I scored it at 6 and 6.5. So I made this other little fold there. So then I just cut some note paper that we're going to put in there and tuck that up nice and tight. I think I might even, so I want that to stay in place. So I'm just going to get one of my little clips so that doesn't move. And I've already marked 3/4 of an inch from each end in. I've marked a little hole there. And I'm just going to use my hole punch to punch a couple holes in it. I might have to go with the bigger hole because I want to string this through and tie it. Maddie, Bobby's youngest, picked me up at Home Sense last year. Absolutely love it in the spool. So I went the other day to have a look. How come I can't get that out of there? Paper's stuck in there. Oh, there we go. So I'm just wondering though if this hole, if I need to go with the biggest hole or if that'll work. That'll work. Okay. So I'm just going to go in about, I'm just wondering if that will be, well, yeah, perfect. Okay. I can't seem to hold it steady. There we go. Okay, so I've put my holes in there, and then I'm just going to string this through. Okay. And then I'm just going to tie it, of course. I didn't need it this long, but anyway. And then I have a little notebook that I can write down things that I need to remember. Maybe some gifts I need to pick up, or I need to plan my menu for Christmas Day, so I might use that to be planning my menu. Okay, so we got that down, and then I just wanted to decorate the front of that. So I found a little doily in my stash. So I wanted to get that down roughly in the middle. Okay, I'll just get that down. I'm almost in the let's start watching Christmas movies attitude now. I've watched a couple in my craft room, but I just like the Christmas movies. Okay, so then I cut 2 ovals. One nests inside the other. And I'm just gonna get this down. And just put that about there, I guess. Does that look straight to you guys? I think it needs to come a little bit this way. You guys can often see things that I can't. I think that's pretty good, but I think that needs to turn a bit. How's that look? I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to get that down, and then I always just try to scratch up foil a bit. I don't know if it helps or not, but foil sometimes is hard to spit it out, for things to be glued onto it. So Fabri-Tac helps work sometimes, but sometimes I find, depending on what it is, it doesn't. Okay, so we got that, and then I just have this little little banner thing that I got in one of my, just wondering about. I like to sometimes just put some gold thread. It's just a subtle effect sometimes. I think I'll do that. So I just like to put a little strip of tape. And I've been getting up at between 5 and 5:30 for the past, gosh, a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks. And it's starting to tire me out, because I'm not going to bed any earlier. I can't seem to. Once I get to sleep, I'm fine. Like, I'm not up in the night, but goodness gracious, great balls of fire. All right, so that's that. So when I put that down, it's just going to have a little effect. I just got this at Michael's in the thread. It's just a metallic thread. ORCL is on the back of it. So if I draw my tape runner over that, it's going to pull that off. So we'll just use some glue. Get that down with some glue. And try and center it a little bit. Like so. Okay, I think that's pretty straight. Yeah, that's really cute. So then we have a cute little notebook that we can write our notes. Okay, so then my idea is that the little notebook is just gonna slide under there. So I need to put this so that the notebook has enough space to come to, I think right there is fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little glue there. Okay, and then this one here, it's a little bit long past this page. I'm just going to trim that. Okay, and then just going to put a little glue on there. So then we're not really going to decorate that because our notebook is going to be sitting over top of it. But I did want to have this little secret pocket that when the notebook goes down, you can't see our little pocket, because then we can have a little secret note there. So I've already found the center of this. This is 3.5, so it was 3.5. It was 1 3/4. And I have just a little circle punch here. So I'm just going to do a little thumb notch out of it. Okay, and then I think I could do this while it's on there, but I'm going to just do a little bit of that faux stitching around here. You might not see it all. And I could take it to the sewing machine and actually sew it, which I should have done. But I've done this now. I often forget about my sewing machine's out on the kitchen table. This time of year, just little projects or something that I might be working on. So I have it set up at the kitchen table, and then I bring it back in the craft room. But if I use it in the craft room, I have to use it on this table. And right now this table is full of Christmas project stuff. But I forget to use it, especially as it's sitting out there in the kitchen. But I think that's kind of cute. Our little faux stitching there. Okay, so then I'm just going to get the 3 sides down. We could have our little secret note here. Put a little prayer there or something. Okay, so then this is going to go there. So this, I think, will go right about there. And just straighten it up. Let that dry. Okay, well that's a couple little projects for today. And I've got some more work I want to get done in this over the next couple days, so hopefully I'll get some more little videos out. But I think that's cute, and it's shaping up, the book's shaping up. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you just have a really safe and happy time until we meet again. So bye for now.